A very good morning, and thank you very much for coming for this class. I would like first to thank everyone, the on-campus students, the online students, the e-learning academy team, for all the efforts that you guys have been putting to making this module a success. So I really thank you very much for that. This is, as you know, is our last teaching week for the on-campus students, while for the online students, the course will remain on for at least 2 more months. So those who have joined later, they can still work on their business plan and eventually take the test. And those who will successfully complete will have the opportunity to get a certificate. So I also wish the on-campus students all the best in their written test that they are going to take in 2 weeks from now. Now, this is the beginning of the last 4 hours of our direct interactions. And I decided that we do an epic kind of event or activity whereby we will try to put everything that we have worked on for the past 13 weeks together. So the exercise that you guys are going to work on is to establish or to come up with a business plan to establish a new coffee shop on campus. So as you know by now, Taylor's University Lakeside campus is a home for around 12,000 people between students and staff. And we have a variety of places where we could, sit, hang out, have coffee, have a discussion. And these range from Starbucks to the no-frill kind of option with varieties of prices and products and customer experience. What I'm going to do is I'll separate you into 3 teams, and I would like a team to go to Starbucks and do some observation and try to write the value proposition, write down the value proposition for the Starbucks. What do you think the value proposition is? Another team would go to the mid-range kind of coffee shop, which is called Old Town White Coffee, and also try to decipher what is their value proposition. And another team to go to so-called the no-frill option and see what is the value proposition for them. Now, once we do that, and we are happy with whatever we've written, we've observed, we come down here and maybe we take a board and try to really write it in 1 or 2 sentences. And what I would like you to do is to go and observe. Now, people may say, okay, observe what? So I'd like you to go and observe the place, the prices, the customer behavior, the staff behavior, the experience, what are the customers doing. So for example, you go to Starbucks, you find people maybe, I don't know, doing their assignment, working on the, do you see the same behavior in the no-frill outlet or a different behavior? Then from that, hopefully together, we could draw the landscape of the market here. And we will use this to decide what is an appropriate entry to the market. So you could see I'm linking this back to whether this is a commoditized approach, so you are competing with a commodity. How are you going to differentiate it? Or do you want to do, for example, innovation, disruptive innovation? Or do you want to do it as a novelty kind of approach? Now, the beauty of this, there's no right or wrong. Any one of them, if you put the right strategies and you identify the most appropriate kind of entry that is suitable for you, you may succeed. Then we will move on to having the business objectives and also core competencies, business objectives, strategies, and some maybe a complete business plan as time permits. So we will be doing this over today's 2 hours and Friday's 2 hours. Now, is there any question? Because you really need to ask questions rather than you go to Starbucks and suddenly, like, I don't know, 6 people coming in with a camera and you don't know what to do. Nick, you have something in mind? You can ask. Yeah, if you don't like it, we can edit it later. We can remove it. So you think you know what you are going to do? Yeah, roughly. So who wants to take the Starbucks? So I'm going to put you as group A, B, C. A, B, C. So you want Starbucks. Okay, so what do you want? So Starbucks is taking Old Town. Who wants Old Town? Okay, these guys will take Old Town. You guys go to the North Frill. So you need to go to the food court and work out. So what are you going to do? So I want you now to have 3 minutes of discussion within your group, and then you will stand up and tell us what are you going to do, one by one. So 3 minutes of discussion, and then followed by maybe 2 minutes of telling us, I'm going to go to Starbucks, and I'm going to buy a drink, and I'm going to sit, and through that, I'm going to decipher the value proposition. Another one say, no, I'm going to interview I want you to have a strategy rather than you go there and say, oh guys, what to do now? Okay, so start. Yeah. Please work on this assignment. I know you are excited about the other one, but yes, please.
We also have the other coffee shop, the Mbuji, yeah.
Right.
So it should.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's the one at.
Sure.
Yeah, right in front of 7-Eleven.
So how does it compare? Is it?
It's actually quite similar to Starbucks, right? Yeah, it's actually sort of high end.
High end. Yeah. Price is also high end.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe then these guys have to. You see, there's something very important. It doesn't mean because you've studied this will have any impact on your future.
Yeah,
value proposition.
Yeah.
So when we come together later, we will actually break you down in other teams, and so that you will bring the sort of North Rail experience. Someone will bring the high-end experience, and you come together, and then we will have another maybe 3 teams that will be developing the different entry to the market and different strategies. And I hope that when we put you into the 3 other teams, each team will pick a different kind of approach rather than everyone will say, I'm going to build another Starbucks that is slightly different. And yeah?
Yeah, okay, sure. So.
But I don't think the staff will like it.
We can try.
You guys are doing? Okay. Starbucks. Okay. So what are you planning to do?
Approach the staff member.
Right. And what was the question you asked them?
Probably ask them why they think they are better than a fellow competitor.
Right.
so that from there we get a core competency.
Yeah, but what if, do you think everyone knows what's their core competencies?
They should have a rough idea of why they think they're better than
Right.
someone else.
Okay. Please try that. Try to interview them. Hopefully they will be willing to. And through that, you also, so if these people kick you out, you know that, you will have, and even if they want to kick you out, the way they kick you out, they will give you an insight into their culture, into their training, into their, but don't forget that there are different aspects that you need to look at. So it's not only the staff, but the customer, the surrounding, the product, the pricing. All these are very important indication of the guys up there in the corporate world. How did they design it and what they think their value proposition is. Okay? So what's the strategy here?
So we'll divide our group into further 2 groups.
Yes.
Then we are going to observe the menu. One group sits outside.
Right.
So we are going to observe the menu. We are going to see what is ordered generally. Then we are going to observe the people, what are they actually doing there while they order and they wait for their order and they eat.
Yes.
Then what is their average bill?
Right.
Approximately how long everyone is actually there. We see the variety of coffee that is available.
Right.
Then we go for then we observe the service. What is the sort of service they're providing? Are they quick in serving, or are they going to take a long time? They're going to delay and maybe frustrate you. And would someone in a hurry, as per that, if someone is in a hurry to grab a coffee, would someone go there? And we'll also focus on the location and its benefits.
Would you like to throw a curved ball on the system? I'll give you an example. So if you go there and ask them about something that they don't understand, maybe you just ask for a standard Pakistani breakfast that they've never heard of.
Okay.
I don't know. They work, because sometimes there are certain systems.
All right.
Because they have, if you notice in Old Town,
Yes.
automated things, right? So
Yeah.
even the menu come C31.
Yes.
Tick, tick, and then you get it. So if you come and ask them about, because one of my observations, their staff are very helpful, but the communication skills are a bit off.
All right.
If you take them away, and that's why I think they bring this team, even if they don't speak, or they speak very limited English, you could still get, because you have a picture, the product is very well described, and then the slip where you order is also cheap. Help the kitchen in developing, in providing. I don't know if you want to test the system in that way. It's just your.
All right. We'll try. Sure. We'll test them something that they don't know.
It's just a proposal. I'm not asking you to go and give people tough time.
All right, sir.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, we saw Metallica last. Where?
Okay, which team is ready? Which team is ready? You guys are ready. Okay, no. Before those who are ready, tell us exactly, roughly what you're going to do, and then maybe we can send a camera with you, and then you go and do your thing. So you guys are ready? Okay, so maybe you can just tell us what you are going to do.
Do you want
Yeah, so just wait a second.
Why did I just said it.
menu divide?
I can't read this. No. We have a group of 6 people. We're going to divide our group into further 2 groups because Old Town Cafe has 2 places to sit. One is outside and one by the lake, and one is inside. So we're gonna one group is going to sit inside and one group is going to sit outside. So we're going to observe 2 different kind of people. It's the ones who choose to sit outside and the ones who sit inside. Then we're gonna observe the menu, see what kind of food they provide, and then we're gonna see what the people who are sitting there are doing. Are they doing their assignments? Are they studying? Are they just smoking and chilling? So that's another thing. And then what are they? The 4th one is what? 5th one.
Average bill.
Yeah, we're going to estimate how much the food that each person is ordering, how much it costs. We're gonna see what they order and see in the menu how much it is, how much it costs. Then we're going to see how much how good is the service. Perhaps if someone is in a hurry, would they come and order the coffee from there? So, like, let's say it's 8 o'clock and someone has a class and it only has 10 minutes to get a coffee. Would they order from there or not? Then we're gonna see most people, do they take away the food or sit there and have the food there or their coffee there? And then we're going to see how the location is, because Old Town Cafe in Taylor's Lakeside is placed by the lakeside, by the lake. So we're going to see if that's an advantage for them or a disadvantage for them. So I guess that's pretty much it.
Okay, good. Who going with them? Right? Right. So Sure. So you will stand outside. Then these people can tell them we have an assignment. Will you be collaborating with us? If not, you just do it from outside. Yes. Yeah. No. My suggestion is that's for Starbucks. Right? So for what you can tell is, look, we have an assignment. Would you allow us to bring the people in? If they say no, then you will be shooting this. I mean, if the guy is like you know, he's like, oh, I'm going to complain, whatever. That's even better. We get that on. Yeah. So we can always stand in the area that's not theirs, and we do whatever we want. Okay. So I'm going to go there and buy coffee. Actually, yeah. I'm going to go with you, and I'm going to buy coffee.
Do we need to bring our bags?
You can leave your bags here. You can leave your bags here. I'll make sure that either someone is here or I lock the door. Hello, hi, good morning. Well, great. This is a MOOC exercise, so now we are testing the service here. Yeah. So someone would like to go and check whether they will allow us to film or not? Can I ask where's the manager? Excuse me? I want an iced coffee. Take away, please. All right. Yeah, sure. Sorry, you came before me? Oh, thanks. Were you here first or me first? You're first. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks. Got it.
Basically, this is the menu. I don't know if you've come to Old Town before. We just take the papers and write the codes of the foods you want, and then they will bring the order for you. So let's just order something for a second since we're here. So, it's mostly breakfast sets here. And this is what most of the people are ordering here. No one is just having a coffee or drink. Most of the people are having the good things about the variety. Yeah, there's like 23 different breakfast sets. This is what people are here for. I'm just gonna order. Let's see. Actually, it's up in the back of this. They have coffee. Yeah, they do have coffee though. So if you want to take away, I think it's possible as well. But mostly people I can see from the counter are just ordering after they ordered and they ate here. They want anything to eat? No? You want it with the egg or without? They're just like Mushtak saying.
Yes. You want to order? Yes, 324. Yes.
This is 24 here. You start here. The one you eat.
No.
This one 390 and 351. After that you want up on 153. Somewhere 330 cents.
Oh.
Like 390. After that 351. One up on this one 150. Actually 230.
What's the thing is that we just had our breakfast, so we just want to have something more sweet or something. So I think we'll go for this.
Okay, so you want the
Yes,
al-atabi?
normal one. Yeah, we'll have the like.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want to see my manager?
No, it's okay. No, it's
Okay.
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 And do you have kapsa rice?
Kaswa?
Kapsa rice. You know what? It's a Arabic food. You serve there? Oh, you don't have it. All right. So we'll have this. Yeah. Thank you for your time. I tried to purposefully, give him kapsa thing, and he tried to convince me to order this so that
the set together.
yeah. So I pay overall more, so it's a marketing strategy. They force me to pay more. Then I think I have discount over here if I order this. So currently I just ordered this. Let's see how long it takes for the food to arrive. The services they were quite good. They came from the menu.
I think there's quite a lot of discounts and promotions, like additional promotions that entice people to buy more.
Tried to convince us for the menu that you go for the breakfast, then you get the drink, and then this is going to be cheaper if you have it as add-on.
There's so many choices, up to like 23 different choices.
23 choices, and he just came and gave the bill straight away. Didn't take time. We just ordered like 2 minutes ago. Let's see how long it takes. Quite full.
Yeah.
So as per that, we have to also take into account that it's full. So how long it takes for that. But we didn't. Should we order a coffee? No. No, they ordered a coffee. I think we have to go over it.
Okay, start. Well, my opinion in this place, what I see people they come here is because of the well design of the place and the comfortability of the chairs. Besides that, I can see there is an LCD screen, so maybe some people they come here to watch important matches. Besides that, also you can hear the music. Also had a good influence to students. Besides that, too many in the place here. It's like a social place together, a lot of people. Also you can You can see a lot of group, they come here. It's suitable for group students to come here, whether to study, to eat, to have fun, to chilling. And also you can see some students here, they come for dating. That is my opinion for this thing.
In my opinion, the environment is really good, and for this coffee house there's a really big variety of food, large variety of the food, and what else? The food service is good. Just now we ordered food, and I think it took like 6 to 7 minutes. But most of the people who come here are not in a rush, so you can say something like that. And that's all.
You mentioned about the ordering?
You can mention.
You study mechanical then? He also have one group. So I set this up. Starbucks allow us to.
I mentioned it in the first place.
He's there, and yeah. So I was thinking maybe if we could stop here for a while, we go and help the other team to start, and then we could move here and there to recover. Yeah. So you need to record something first, or one more? Sure, I'll be waiting for you. And sorry, the other thing is, you see, we really need to record their activity, not just because this can be anywhere, right? But when you go out, when you drive, when this would be very.
So as you can see, this is what I've ordered. I don't think I could have get this at any other regular coffee houses. But Old Town was a choice for me. So if I want to have a full breakfast, I could just go through the menu, see what I want, and I felt really hungry today. So this is a big dish that I ordered. So the variety of menu is definitely one of the top reasons so many people are here. And ordering is really easy. You just have to pick a paper here and write the food you want, the code, and then they'll bring it to you really fast. So I think this is one of the reasons there are so many people here. Write this, and then write it. Not many people are smoking really. So the design of the place, and then
Start, right? I'm going to start. So we found people discussing, surfing net, doing assignments, basically having breakfast, and everybody that we know here has ordered something. Nobody has just come here and just sat around idle and not ordered anything. See, our order is here. It came in 4 minutes time, and this is rush hour. Plus, we were served very well. They came, they opened the menu, they started talking about everything. They wanted to convince us to go for our breakfast so that our dessert and maybe coffee was cheaper. Then we asked them this question, what they did not have in their menu, and he was surprised, and they don't have what we asked, something else other than their menu. Neither did he have any knowledge. If you see, the staff is working quick. They're not slow. They're moving around very, very swiftly and everywhere around. There are a lot of people, sir. Plus the music that they have is at it's a volume that's not disturbing you, but it's just there to maybe provide that extra effect. What do you think? What about the TV? What do you think? The TV, generally they have it on.
Yeah, because I think they don't want too many people to come inside
and start watching TV, right? They want people at rush hour to just come, eat, and go.
The sitting is not really comfortable.
Oh yeah, the chairs,
sitting.
They don't have.
There's no backrest.
There's no backrest. They want you to just. But if you see on the sides, you can sit there. But this area, they have specifically designed in a way that maybe so that their workers can move, the staff can move quickly. There is no tripping over problem. There is no problem to move. They can move swiftly, quickly.
The comfortable seat actually is quite limited.
Yeah, and the limited seating. For the comfortable seating is very limited. And the inside area can I think accommodate 60 to 70 people if they work at full capacity, 70 maybe more. Because they're around 16 tables, you said? Yeah. Take 16 these tables, multiply by 4. About 64 and plus all this, 80. Because we could have talked more, there is more. Yeah.
Let's go. Do you know what's happening? Yeah. You came late. Did they brief you? Did you brief him? Okay. Just be very high.
They're taking video, so.
I'm tasting the coffee around the campus to establish which is the best coffee. So I'm going to taste your coffee now. Give me any free coffee, no? I blog about you. Hi. I want a small Americano. What? No, take away. And do I have stuff?
Hi, my name is Sarat. I'm an on-campus student. Your name is? Jasprit. Okay, we're actually studying business skills for engineers. We're actually doing something like a business plan. We're just trying to study Starbucks. I would like to ask you a few questions. Do you have time?
Yeah.
All right. Firstly, I'd like to ask, how often do you come to Starbucks?
I come to Starbucks maybe once a week, once every week lah.
Okay, once a week, yeah? Okay, so what do you actually, when you come to Starbucks, what do you actually purchase usually? What type of coffee or?
I don't purchase the coffee mostly because I don't like coffee. I like their signature hot chocolate.
Okay, the signature hot chocolate, yeah? Okay, how much are you actually willing to spend on Starbucks? Usually,
yeah, because since I have bought the tumbler, so I usually get about $10 for the signature hot chocolate.
Okay, so I've been told that this if you get this tumbler, you get discount. Is it $2 off?
Everybody just doesn't know. It says that if you bring in any tumbler, it's not the Starbucks tumbler.
Oh, it's any tumbler. Okay,
it's written that if you bring in any tumbler, you minus $2 off your drink because they use one less paper cup.
Okay. Do you own a Starbucks card?
Yeah, I own a Starbucks card.
How much discount do you get off the Starbucks card?
You don't exactly get a discount. You get a privilege that if you buy a drink, you get credited into this list that if you buy 10 drinks, you get one free. So it's like a checking system. After you buy 10, with the card itself, it's still the same price, but they give you a free drink after 10 drinks.
Okay, I was told that the Starbucks card is something like you can top up and use it.
In a way, it's like a touch and go card.
Okay, it's like a touch and go card, yeah?
You get your rebate after 10 drinks, you get one drink free. In a way, it's like a rebate.
Okay, I would like to ask last question. What services do you actually like about Starbucks?
The services I like is you mean as in can I include the customer, not customer, the people I mean who work here itself. They are very friendly towards the people, and then their services, their Wi-Fi also is quite okay. It's not bad. Everybody says it's slow, but it's not so bad as well. And the coffee is just nice, and the environment.
Okay, do you think it's convenient coming here because they've got plug points everywhere and it's the seating arrangement is in such a way that it's very comfortable?
Yeah, it's quite comfortable, and also the aroma. If you actually see, most of them they put the coffee bean bags at the side, so it gives the aroma of coffee. Okay. So it has a nice aroma and a nice feeling.
All right.
You see the place in the background as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Jasprit. My name is Sarat. Nice meeting you. Thank you. And this is my friend Jeff, Vijay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You need to establish that. What you guys have done, you worked out. Very good position.
No, we're gonna.
Okay, so start discussion. So, then if you are here, maybe you can come with this group then. Yeah, so these guys are going for the mama. Okay, very good. Yeah. And I maybe to do this and that, just to, I mean, really go to zero fruit, but just get it very Close. Yeah, I see. Close. This guy didn't do the business plan, the value proposition. Yeah, so he's close. That's cool. I think it's going to be very, very great.
Yeah.
So you're getting this.
Satu Milo ice.
Sato means one, because you see we have
Oh, yeah.
people from other parts of the world. Yes, yeah.
So
Do you want anything to drink? To that, yeah. Whoever is ordering, so we get
that was one Milo ice. And anyone else ordering anything?
I want my license. Lima ice.
You have to
Lima ice.
lemonade, right?
Yeah. Teo ice.
You have to speak it up into the mic in English.
Anything? You want anything? Food or anything?
Yeah, I'm taking food. Yeah. So would you like would you like to have the menu? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is this your first time in?
Yeah, I'm here? No, actually, no, we eat here outside.
Oh, you like this place? You like this place more than the other places?
Yes.
Why?
The food is good.
Uh-huh.
The chicken is nice.
Right.
And it's cheap.
Right. We'll speak to this thing. The food is good.
The food is good. The chicken is good, and the price is right.
Okay. Cool. You don't have to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Yes. So.
Spoiled for choice.
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna take coffee tarik.
Coffee tarik.
Yes. Ice. And ayam campur.
Ayam campur. Yes. What you want? This one ayam chicken mix. What you want? Me with chicken, Indomie with chicken, bacon with chicken, Maggi.
You repeat that again here. Apa you kata sekarang? Ulang lagi.
Dia mau ayam campur chicken mix. What you want? Here have me, Indomie, bacon, koi tio, Maggi, nasi goreng. What you want?
Chicken with rice.
Chicken rice.
Chicken rice.
Fried rice.
Fried rice. So, in the conventional, what should I call it, mamak?
Yes.
Okay. In the conventional Malaysian mamak, the environment wise, okay, it's not as high end as Starbucks. It's not as high end as Starbucks, but it caters to basically the mass market, whereby it is sufficient for people who are not who doesn't want to spend that much. So yeah. In terms of food, as you can see earlier, there was like a lot of variety of choices. So yeah.
And do you think it's only a matter of not wanting to spend much? There are people who actually may like the environment as well, isn't it?
Yeah, basically this is sort of the Malaysian culture whereby it's very free and easy. So yeah, a lot of people do like this environment because it is very free and easy. Yeah, so.
So I'm going to leave you now. I really hope that you won't just eat. We can still get the other mic as well, right? So you guys, you can speak. No, you can speak. You cannot get it. Okay. Only this one. So that one is just for sure. Okay. No. Yes, you need to come closer if you want to speak. But the kid, we can speak to the mic. We can send this. You just pass the mic. All right. So I hope that you won't only eat, but do the observation as well. See what other people are doing. Why are they here? And the key, always remember, we are here to pinpoint the value position. Something maybe they've never heard of, but they were asking you to find the value position for this place. What would that be? And the segment of the market, because eventually we really want to see, is there any gap that's not served so that we could serve it, or they serve A to Z, so you have to either compete or do disruptive innovation. So disruptive innovation, just to throw out something, for example, if we give coffee for free, that's very disruptive. Very disruptive. But how will you make money? You need to have a business model for that. Okay? Please, within 20 minutes, I expect you down there so that we start working. Sure.
You want to say anything? Or do you have a short discussion?
Yeah, I think the Mamak in Malaysia actually caters to. I mean, if you want to compare Mamak and say Starbucks, they could cater to the same crowd, but at different times. Cause like Starbucks could be when people wants to work, or wants to have a bit of like pay a bit more to have like a bit of a quiet space to do their work or things like that. And Mamak will be more like when people want to hang out and talk to their friends and make noise and just enjoy themselves. So yeah.
I guess that Starbucks is more like well, both of them cater to the general population. It's just that the Mamak provides a more casual experience compared to Starbucks. Whereas in Starbucks, you have your privacy, which is something you won't really get in the Mamak. So it could be a value proposition also. Yeah.
Environment. So
you guys have anything you guys want to talk about?
I wanted to say.
You can go ahead. Any discussions would be great.
What do you think about the Mamak, the quality of service, the food itself?
I think the staff is very friendly, but sometimes we have a problem to order because this language what they talk is I think it's they try to talk Indian or something like yeah.
I think the conventional Mamak doesn't it doesn't really cater very well for international students because of the language barrier. Because obviously the Mamak is very Malaysian. There's a lot of Malaysian foods, and the service they're not very well they're not very proficient in English. So that might pose a problem if they want to. If they want to compete in the international market. Also, there's sometimes the service in the Mamak is not as good as in Starbucks, and whereby they value their service a lot. So you sometimes the waiters, you can expect them. It's very common for like delays in obtaining their food. So yeah, that's one observation. Anything else?
I mean, I beg to differ in the sense that although the service may not be as good, but you're not coming to the mamak for like something like really good service. Most of the time, you're at the mamak. You're here for supper, or you want to chill out, or have something light. So what actually happens is that you don't really expect the service to be that good, but you expect the food and everything that comes with it to be nicer. Lima ice. Lima ice. Who's kopi ice?
Wait, kopi I'm not sure.
Yours is Milo.
Mine is Milo. Yours Milo.
Neslo.
You ordered Milo, right?
Yeah. I'll just order another.
One observation I noticed was that in a mamak store, normally the customers will come sit down. It's very independent. They have a choice of whether they can take their own food or whether they can wait for the waiter to come and whether order something from the menu. So that independency is there. So you can actually choose indoors or outdoors, and the variety of foods is a lot. I mean, for example, drinks you can get hot or cold, similar to Starbucks, but then there's more varieties. But it's very hard to order the high-end coffees like espressos, cappuccinos, and everything like that. But other than that, the quality is, I would say, for the items they sell, is pretty good. Yeah.
So, anything you guys want to say?
I feel that this mama environment is more suitable for people who wants to like chill and have a smoke with friends, because the environment here is just like it's very chilling environment. People often come here to just like have a smoke, talk with friends. Just you can stay here for hours and hours, and the food here are cheap. That's why I think that.
The coffee is really sweet. Really sweet.
Only one comment. Really sweet.
Almost too sweet.
Let me confirm, it's sweet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's sweet.
Maybe why don't you say something? Maybe your coffee is not so nice.
I mean, you can talk about the meeting. Because I dropped down.
Like just now, what do you kind of remember the gist of what we said? Like,
Sweet, very sweet.
yeah. Let's talk about the coffee very sweet, and like what we talked about earlier, like how the environment is,
I didn't focus.
What? Oh, sorry?
I didn't focus.
Oh, like we talk about the environment, like it's
Casual.
not, it's a very casual environment. It's not as high end as Starbucks, but it is just enough for people, for the mass market lah, for people who are not willing to, who doesn't want to spend that much on coffee.
Basically something like serving the Malaysian, the cream,
And
what else? Yeah.
Their business model is so
Yeah.
anyone but
So mamas are like a trend.
take a video of like what people order.
Yeah.
You can see is that more people tend to order.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, tempted are you?
So you taste one bite, then you comment. It's very spicy.
Come on.
Do you hear anything to say?
Comment on the food.
Is the decoration nice? Oh, nice.
The food looks like
Too hot, too sweet.
You like that chicken?
Yes, the food is good. It's enough spicy, yet do not hot.
But it's not sweet.
Is it very Malaysian food?
I don't know because I don't eat a lot of Malaysian food.
Oh, okay, sorry. So as you can see from the meal, it is actually quite satisfactory as you're getting a lot of food, and for the price it's very good. And again, it's a Malaysian dish, so I mean, you probably won't get this kind of food in the high-end coffee places like Starbucks and all. Moreover, the price of the food is a lot more expensive compared to what you're getting here.
More quantity.
Yeah. Just speak into that. Yeah. Yeah. We are just.
So they give vouchers at 20 ringgits above. So they give you a 5 ringgit voucher for 20 ringgits and above.
Is that quite of newness though?
I think they have like new menu items.
Yeah, they keep changing.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have new promotions.
Yes, they keep changing them.
Yeah. And they give you vouchers to come back.
They do the getting the job done. So they serve their customer. And
they serve it via the paper thing.
yes. You can write.
Part of the
Getting the job done, right?
Perhaps it's either this or performance.
But performance is like how they process it. This is like how they get the order. Shouldn't we?
No. This is not that. This is like
I think
the job done.
it's
Like
more
when you have a device, does it do the job or not? So
Food's job is to fill you.
The menu has visuals, so
They have a
the
question I
customers
want to
understand
that.
what it is,
Yes.
the product, and
All right.
so everything's very clear.
Let's move to the other group. Yes, you guys have a question, so let the camera come and yeah, please. Yeah. You just say, sir, you wanted to ask me a question just now, and I say stop. Please, we don't have time. Just ask it. Just ask, please, in the mic.
What question really? I just want to ask, the value proposition here we're doing is for Starbucks one. It's not for...
It's for Starbucks. You see, the whole idea is this. You want to start a new business, right? Now, a real case, next to us was a restaurant, next to this building, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's closed down, right?
Yes.
Why do you think it's closed down?
Business.
So there's no business. So now imagine you want to start renting the shop and run a coffee shop. Example. Now what you want to do is to see the landscape of, let's say, coffee shops on campus. Now what you need to see is what is the value proposition of a high-end, maybe lower end, a middle range kind of coffee shop. And then the objective is this. Is there any
entry
to the market? For example, you go around 1, 2, 3, and then you realize that you see only students, you don't see staff, for example. So does that mean maybe the needs of the staff are not really taken care of? Then you start working on this segment. So the staff, they are working, their working hours are different, then maybe your shop will cater mainly for them. That's just an example. Now, you may say, no, this caters for everybody, but because the lower end caters for a mass market, I want to poach into this. And my way of doing it is, I will differentiate my business through 1, 2, 3. Or you say, look, Starbucks is too expensive. I'll deliver double the experience at half the price. So that would be your value proposition. Or you say, look, this is really saturated market. What I'm going to do is I'll go disruptive innovation. So what would disruptive innovation be? An example. Okay, I'll open a shop that gives free coffee. I'll make them all go out of business. I'll give free coffee. Now, how you are going to make money? Maybe you will sell newspapers, and those who will come for free coffee will buy a newspaper, do a photocopy, I don't know. So that's the whole idea. I want you to pinpoint what is the value proposition segment of the market for Starbucks. The other guy will give you the middle range, the lower range, and then what I'm going to do on Friday is I'll take three of the other team, put you together So now you have the entire experience and say, okay, now you have all the knowledge about what's happening. How can you build me a successful coffee shop business, something that I know 100% is going to succeed? Because you have understood the entire market. That's the objective. So this is not your value proposition of the new business, is really what Starbucks have, to offer its customers. Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Please. So we are doing
now,
conceive.
yes. So now you need to quickly go into and tell me what's the value proposition, so that on Friday we can build on that. We have to finish this before we leave today.
Yeah. I think I'm clear now.
Thank you. Thank you. Say business objective. What do you mean by that?
Why is that business there, or what is their main purpose of?
Is this the business objective? You see, what we refer to the business objective in our course is, if you are running a shop, what kind of profit you want?
Right.
So 20% before tax.
All right.
What kind of positioning you want? So these are the things that you are, so this is really from the business point of view.
Right.
Yeah, not necessarily from the customer point of view. The customer wants the value. So you have a value proposition.
Right.
When the customer accepts it and pays for it, your business will thrive and achieve, hopefully, the profitability, the sustainability, the expansion. Yeah.
Right.
So for example, a restaurant could say, my business objectives is often, profit is a business objective. So I say I want 10% before tax or 20% before tax. That would be one. And secondly, I want maybe, 50% market share, 30% market share, or they could say I want to have 100 branches, this kind of things.
Right.
Yeah. So I really think this would be
later.
The Friday part.
All right.
Yeah. So let's focus on the Old Town. What is their value proposition? And that's, the value proposition will be something that is supposedly, if they're good, has to be different from the other coffee shop, because otherwise they'll be all the same. It's just like a different name.
Right.
Yeah.
What we found was that they had a lot of promotions in their menus for the breakfast. They had a separate set. If you order their breakfast, you'll get a cheaper coffee. Relatively, if you order it separately, you'll get cheaper dessert. If you order it with their menu, with their promotion, then one of our members got a voucher for 5 ringgits for ordering more than 20.
Right.
So he got a voucher as well. As far as the performance is concerned, we ordered something in a rush hour and we got delivered in 4 minutes.
Right.
So we were quite impressed with their performance, because the staff was moving swiftly. They were getting the work done. They opened the menu. They tried to explain as much as they could. The price that we estimated from around what we were seeing is about 10 ringgits. A person on average is ordering for 10 ringgits. And more importantly, we saw them ordering food more than coffee. They had coffee, but the focus was on food, not that much on the coffee.
Right.
And their products, they have the visuals. They explain you why it, and they try to convince you, and they show you as much as they can via their menu what's the food that they'll be serving. The environment that they have, the layout and everything, it has good music, and they made sure that the music is not so much that it disturbs your conversation. Okay. It's just soothing. Then they have TV. It's spacious. And then something that we found was that in the main area, the floor, they did not have comfortable seatings. It's only on the sides that they had those sofa sets type of seatings. In the middle, absolutely on the main floor, they did not have very comfortable seatings.
Okay. So now, how do you convert this into a value proposition? You see, remember when we say you have a new phone?
Yes.
Very expensive. Performance is not that great. Yet, a salesman can sell that to you. And they will sell it based on?
Show you the best part of it, maybe convince you somehow.
Yeah, so how will he convince you? Because this is something that so the performance is horrible. Okay. So this is a new phone, costs $5,000. Very few people have it. Performance is horrible. but yet you will buy it. So how will I convince you to buy it?
It's brand value. It's like the status. It gives
It's a new company. Yeah. So this is limited edition. This is for successful people.
Yes.
You are the first one.
Yeah.
You have to tell me. Not when I say, you say yes, yes. So
Right.
that's how the value proposition is proposed.
Proposed, right.
What you are doing here, we're just analyzing, but I want you to go and say how Starbucks convinced these people to go and choose them over, let's say, al-atabi. That's to me is the value proposition. Now you can say, if you really say, but there's no value proposition. Or value is so weak. It's just good coffee and good music. Because these things, I can tell you, anyone can replicate it. If it's only about giving you promotions, giving you fast, I can have the Malaysian stall even beat this with a cooked food. Not something from the, they will give you a cooked food within 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Am I right? They cook something very quickly for you, while these people just heat up something that's in existence. So how is this, what is their value proposition? Now, I don't mind that you go and do a search on the internet. So what does Starbucks really say their value proposition is, and you compare this to what you guys have discovered specifically for this store that's at the Lakeside campus, because there are books written about Starbucks. You go and search the internet. Go and do it now. This is just describing. So if you recall, one of these, if it's really new, is enough to establish value. If it's really high performance, if it's really very cheap, if it's really getting the job done compared to other people who cannot do the job, it's really, if the design is really different, you can feel like, wow. You know, when the iPhone first came out, they picked few of these, right? So it's new, and the design is different. Now the design is no longer different because it becomes the norm. That's what we expect from a smartphone. The hand gestures and all these things are expected. Now, for you to come up with a new thing, it really has to be new. Do you get the point? Yeah. So please move on quickly. Do an internet search. See whether they really delivered on the value proposition they promised or not. Okay, we need to finish very quickly. So to cut the, well, okay, I didn't say that. Have you guys checked how the value proposition established or not? So you need to refer to the notes. Okay, so you're right, it's newness, price, performance, but you have to write all of them. I know that everyone will remember the newness, the cost, but there's performance, there's the brand, there's getting the job done. Now, getting the job done, for it to be a value proposition, it has to be what?
6 of them.
Yeah. It has to be, if it's getting the job done is a value proposition, it should be a job that other people cannot do. You cannot say that, oh, I make coffee, but he also can make coffee, you also can make coffee. You can bring some instant coffee from home, get some hot water, put it in, it's going to be cheaper. Yeah, so these are the things that you need to establish. Yeah. And I really warn you, it's up to you. You could go through all these things one by one, or can you really pick one or two that are through which that mama shop is different from the other outlets. So for example, is the price, is it the price?
Price.
Yeah. So if it's the price, let's focus and say these people stand for the price.
Right. Okay.
And then you work. So then you write what is their value proposition. So it's clean. So it's clean. So it's definitely not new, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not new. Yeah.
Just cut it off.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So yeah. If you had, yeah. So because we have to be done by 10. Yeah. So I really am hoping that we get the quick presentation, and I want you to feel free to continue working on this from now until Friday. The more you work on it, actually the better. So the quality of the work that we could do on Friday, if you do preparation, would be even higher, and that will enable us to get prepared for future tasks in a better way.
Okay. So I think we'll start with price first. Main.
So price, we have a variety of food.
So for this to be, if it's on price, it means their value proposition is, for everything that they are offering, they are the cheapest. So the coffee is the cheapest, the tea is the cheapest, their breakfast is the cheapest. There's no way you can find cheaper than them anywhere on campus. So that's, they say, okay, you come here, I guarantee you that's gonna be getting the job done, and it is the cheapest. If you find any cheaper coffee, I'll reimburse you again, for example. Yeah. Okay?
Red tea and oranges. It is.
Are you ready to present? Where's the value proposition?
First one.
The first one, which is brand status. This one.
Yes.
Which one? This.
No, the whole thing.
So it's brand and new and price and customer service and environment, all of that. Okay. Yeah. This is extremely important. So I ask you a question, just like I asked the other team. Switch it on, yeah. Okay. So the question is, do you remember when we talked about the first mobile phone? So how was the performance?
Lousy.
How was the size?
Big.
What was the price?
Expensive.
So it's lousy in terms of performance, so large and cumbersome, and it doesn't, and it's not, so it's expensive, doesn't really do the job that well. Not many people have it anyway, so that you could communicate with them. So how did the salespeople, the marketing people, how did they market it? How did they sell it?
By being new.
So that's new. So that's, you focus on this. It's new. Now, when you tell me this is new, your hand on your heart, what's new about coffee?
It's the way they sell the coffee is new.
So how's that new? You keep that in, and let's continue.
Like eco-friendly, they give you the lower price if you bring your own tumbler. So they sell it slightly cheaper than the normal price.
Right. So this is, you consider this new. So how much is the difference in the price?
I think RM2 less than normal.
Right. Any drink?
Yes, any drink.
I see. Okay. So this, you felt this is new. Okay. What is this? Seasonal coffee?
I don't know.
It's like for when there's Christmas, they'll have the special kind of coffee just for Christmas. Then after Christmas, it's over.
Right.
That kind of coffee.
I see.
Yeah.
And do you think, how many customers are actually getting this? I mean, do you think this is well communicated? Because, I do buy coffee, and I think if they give me this discount, I would have brought them my cup.
Yeah, the cup.
Yeah, but so is this one of the reasons why people go to Starbucks?
I think so, yes. Those who drink coffee every day, they would use this because it's cheaper to bring your own tumbler to buy coffee every day. So you save RM2 every day. So let's say you buy for 5 days, you save RM10.
Yes.
That buys you another cup of coffee.
Right. Okay, so you think this is you in your interviews with the people, they actually are aware of it, and they are.
Yeah, they're aware. You can. I think you know what they say.
The customers, not the staff.
Yeah.
The customers are aware of
yeah.
this.
It's the interview customers review.
Right. Okay. So you think this is new, at least in a Malaysian context, is considered new?
I think in overseas, but maybe overseas the price is not too high that is maybe don't really applies.
Right. Okay, so what about this brand? Okay, do you think there are people who actually go there because of the brand?
Not me. I think maybe some people.
Okay. So it gives you a status. Okay. So I think that's fair. That's fair.
Maybe only in Malaysia, I think.
Right. Yeah, because
it's expensive here, but I think overseas is.
It's just like any.
Normal,
and there are many competitors as well who will give maybe even better coffee. So
only Malaysia.
Okay. What about this? So this is this, right?
Yeah. Then you have the cashless card where you put in money to the card, then you use the card to buy coffee, and you have a special thing for every 10 coffee you get 1 free coffee.
I see.
And you're buying the pastry, you get some, I don't know, buy 5 free one.
Okay.
Or something like that, yeah. Some
Right.
promotion, yeah.
Okay, so and customer service. Oh, staff can never say no to the customer.
Yeah, that's when they interview the staff. That's what they said, yeah.
Right. And that's why when we wanted to film, they cannot say no.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. So now, can you write this in a sentence form?
Sentence.
Yeah. So just let's say
summarize
so
everything.
if you were in Starbucks management, how would you say your value proposition is? Now, what I want you to do is to actually compare this. You know, I was thinking you guys are doing Starbucks, but I think Old Town do have their value proposition as well, right? So, and you compare it to what they say their value proposition is, because there are books written about that
case study done,
yeah. So can you quickly do that? So try to write this as one
sentence.
Few sentences also. I'm okay with that. But the key thing is you put yourself, if you are the CEO of Starbucks, how would you say that your value proposition is? And compare it to what the company
actually
says.
Yeah.
And does it really the same? Is it and that's very interesting kind of exercise.
Okay, can.
So guys, any success here? Have you done any search online on Old Town? They have this take your time, because I see this take your time, right? They say they're
yeah, but I don't think that's true.
So you put yeah. So online, what do they claim that their value proposition is?
Online, they claim that their value proposition is more towards providing a very comfortable and good service, and that kind of like Malaysian hospitality in a way.
Yes.
To all the customers.
Yes.
So, but
did you feel that?
No, we didn't really feel that, because we can actually see that a lot of people are just eat and go, probably because of the kind of like seating that is not really comfortable for long term, not like other coffee shops like that provide sofa and
When
that kind
I
of thing.
purchased the coffee from Old Town, again it was very purpose driven. You know, the girl just took my money and didn't even look me in the eyes. I don't think their staff, they're very, very good people, but I don't think they are trained to say, so what's your name, sir? And it's very different from, let's say, Starbucks, where they say they cannot say no to the customer. I don't think these people are trained to that level. They will efficiently deliver. So you see the difference? Because I see in all your advertisement they say, take your time, right? And this is a place you're supposed to go there and sort of relax and enjoy the Malaysian hospitality, but it doesn't really add up. As a matter of fact, none of the staff is Malaysian, right?
We are not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They are not, and I don't think they are trained actually also in that. So do you see now how what the management think the value proposition is? What the customers still apparently there's something good about this place, right? So they are still going there because apparently there is some value. Otherwise, they would have gone somewhere else. So what I want you to do is to really decipher this. And then if there is any difference between the proposed, the value they think they are giving and the value that the customer is really receiving, and that is maybe something interesting for us to think about.
So what we think the value proposition actually is the brand value, because for the benefit of all the online students who's not from Malaysia, a coffee shop is something that has been in Malaysia for hundreds of years, and it's a very traditional and kind of like homey kind of experience. But a lot of these coffee shops are kind of run down and not very clean, and it's old-fashioned. And what I think Old Town is doing is basically taking this traditional kind of food and drinks and all this kind of thing and repackaging it into something that's modern and classy, and make it an experience that people want to go to, not just for the food but for the status as well. Because I don't think like people, executives and that kind of thing, they want to be seen at a coffee shop, when they dress up nicely. But Old Town is some place that they don't mind going, and they can experience like Malaysian cuisine and all that, but still at a better kind of environment.
So do you agree with him? So if this is the case, it means actually we are not talking about price, right?
Yeah.
We are not saying that this is the cheapest, so it is about that. This is actually, you're getting closer. Because here, as if you have a checklist that you need to put something in each and every one. But this is not necessarily. You see that if you are able to really deliver and distill your value proposition, you could literally sell it 3, 4, 5, 10 times your competitor, and if you can convince me of the value, people will still buy that. We've seen it, right, in all these luxury goods. When you focus on the status, on the brand, people will take, the same thing. There is this thing I think in China, where it's the same TV that this factory makes. You can take it and just stick your brand on it, and that will double the price. Now when I say the brand, it's not only you just put a sticker. So if you say this is Assad's brand, it means there is after sales service, if there's an issue with it, people will come back to you. So there are definitely, it's not as simple as I have, but this brand, it gets its value from where? From the fact that I know if this TV is broken, even a year from today, I go to Assad will replace it for me. So if this is a brand promise, then I know that this is the value of that brand. But if the brand, anything happens to the customer experience, they won't be there for you, then it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. So now you think it's actually not about that, but maybe about the brand and the design. I don't know. So you need to really get this, so that when we put this all together in one landscape, we know where we stand. We really place these different players and we see, is there any gap for a new business? Or if we are very convinced that there's no new gap, then this is not a business that we want to go in. We don't want to even invest. But I will insist that you find a way to go in, so that we go into the core competencies and the strategies and things like that. Okay? So can you write this down as a sentence now? Yeah. So if you were the new CEO of Old Town, and then you see like, maybe they are saying something, but the delivery is different, and instead of changing the delivery, you say, look, something is working here, and our new value proposition is this. Then you start improving it and communicating it and letting your staff and customers know about it. Okay? Thanks. Have you written it as a sentence? Please. So how are we doing here?
We're like almost finalizing the value proposition.
Right. That's good.
Customize.
casual environment. Casual environment. Providing a
casual environment.
Can you use this while you're talking? Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Bonjour.
Is this working?
Yeah, it's just to record the thing.
Over there.
Just talk to the camera. Do we talk now or do we wait for
You are number 1, 2, 3. Please remember the number. 1, 2, 3. Remember the number.
Can it caters to?
You are. Please remember this number. You are number 1.
I'm not sure we can send you everyone.
3.
Caters to
1.
the mass.
3.
Kind of everyone. I mean, if you think about it,
Everyone remembers the
even
number?
like those the richest,
You remember your number?
like CEOs,
So because now I'm
you
going
go to
to
Mama.
Even in the morning,
so
you
you
can
just
see
need
them
to remember the number and
like
assign
teh
it.
It's
nasi lemak.
So a casual environment.
These guys like Indian food lah. Indians like it.
yeah. So that caters to everyone.
So-
mass market.
Yes.
Do we talk about our discussion process, or you just go straight to the proposition?
No, you just tell us what's the value proposition that you have identified.
Okay, for us towards the camera.
Yes, towards the camera. Yes.
Okay, for us, the value proposition that we have identified is serving low-cost food and drinks that caters to everyone with low prices, with freedom to customize, and providing a casual environment any time of the day.
Wonderful. You really hit it on its head. Customize. If I go to Starbucks and I say, I want you to open this cake and put something else, I'm not sure they will be able to. I have my mind.
All right, sure.
To do that. So this is like this guy. You tell him add this, remove that, add more spice, add. So this is a key thing. So this is a key. You put a few lines underneath.
Oh yeah.
So the customization is something that the other people cannot provide, which is I could tell him, can you put to me rice and noodles and whatever together? They'll say yes. These people will really do whatever you want them to do. Am I right? Okay. Cool. So you have hit it on its head. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign you numbers. Please remember your number. So you're number 1, 2, 3. Just remember your own number. Don't think of. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Now we are going to end very soon. So I want all the number 1s to be here. All the number 1s to be here. Okay. All the number 2s to be here. 1 here. 2's here. 1's here. 2's here. 3's there. 3's there. 1, 2, 3. Never mind. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. Where are you? 3. There. Okay. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. You are 9? How many of you? 7. So 7. Who wants to join this team? But no you. Who wants to join this team? Maybe you. Okay. Okay, now what I want you to do within every team, what we have is knowledge about Starbucks, Old Town, and the local supply. I want you, please, to find some time to draw the price performance landscape for this market. Now, price performance. Okay, this won't be on the video until we finish the Friday because we put it together. So please, you need to take notes. And if you want to take a picture of what I've put there, you can go and capture that. So you come on Friday, please come on time, ready with the price performance so that you guys will tell me what kind of coffee shop you are going to establish here. And you guys are going to tell me what kind of coffee shop you are going to establish here and what kind of coffee shop you are going to establish here. Now, I hope that you will be picking different things. So you may still say, I'm going to do disruptive innovation. So I will give coffee for free, or I will deliver coffee to the office, or things that no one is doing here. No one actually can deliver coffee to my office. I don't have this service here, I think. So maybe this is something that you want to do. Or you have seen that there is a market segment is not catered for. For example, you haven't seen staff members there. You have seen mainly male. There is no female, and you think there is an opportunity. It's entirely up to you. You may say, no, I'm going to compete with the Malaysian one. I mean, because this is for mass market, I'm going to do it even maybe cheaper, or I'm going to take the customization to a new level, for example. So that's entirely up to you. But I want you to really draw us the performance price curve, putting Starbucks, the Malaysian kind of shop, and the Old Town there, respectively. And then you bring this, if you can start even thinking of what kind of business you'll do, that will make our 2 hours of discussion extremely fruitful and extremely useful. Can we do that? Okay? So, any questions before I stop? Before I let you go? So it's clear? Now, again, if you have questions, please feel free to email me, to come and see me in my office, or even write me something on Open Learning. Thank you very much. That was really, really good. I really appreciate I think you give yourself a very good round of applause. Okay, thanks.